Aloha, Marcus from Honolulu Fish Company in Hawaii, here with Chef Patrick McLaughlin from Parker's Ocean Grill in Chicago.
Thank you.
Patrick, welcome.
Thank you.
Good to see you today.
Great to be here.
We're going to bring out some beautiful fresh Kajiki from Honolulu Fish Company. This is a deep ocean swimmer. It is the blue marlin. Oh, look at the shine.
But look at the shine on that. One thing that I'm looking for, it's beautiful.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful thing.
And
there.
dry.
Dry.
Moisture.
Yeah. Look at that bloodline. It's nice and cherry red. So this is the Kajiki, very similar to swordfish and shark, a little firmer in texture. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a scallopini today. Maybe we can see if we can simmer that out, make it a nice thin cut. A little different than, what y'all are doing on the islands.
Absolutely.
So that's why I'm here. So here we go. So I'm just gonna cut this down here. Okay. I'm going to take that bloodline off, but I'll tell you, I want to see that bloodline when it comes into Chicago. I want to know what I'm getting. Okay, so I'm going to just take this bloodline off here. Okay, but again, this is what I'm looking for. Everyone looks for different things, but I want to see I don't want to see a brown bloodline.
Nope.
I don't want to see anything like that. I want to see nice and red. This is going to tell me a story. This is going to tell me what's going on. This is going to tell me how fresh it is. Okay, and that's good. Another thing I'm going to look at too is I'm going to take a nice thin cut, and I'm going to look for the transparency. Look at this. This is wow.
And
you
looks
see
like
my
candy.
hand right through it.
Looks like candy.
Almost. It looks like kind of like a jellyfish.
Look at that.
Look at that. But see, just beautiful. I mean, and it's the clarity. It's almost like plastic wrap.
Yeah,
it is just that clear. And when you see fish of this quality, you just kind of want to just go, and you're done.
That's
it. We're going to cook it.
Yeah, let's do that.
So what I want to do, I want to do some nice thin slices. And generally, what I'd like to do is lay this out on a piece of plastic wrap. If I were going to do it for order, so I could do more than one at a time. Exactly, and I can get some speed out of it.
Pounding.
Well, I think if anything, just because I can't cut straight, we're going to do just a little tap at the end. But I really don't want to. I really don't want to separate the tissue in there, the fibers, because what will happen is right now they're like this. If I start pounding it out, it's actually going to spread out, and that way when you cut, you're not going to be able to cut straight through it or against the grain. You're actually going to be cutting with the grain. So we're just going to do a couple nice slices there. Okay.
Boy, those are incredible.
Yeah, look at that. When you see product like this, you have to work with it. You have to say, boy, this is something that I want in my restaurant. I just
look at that.
I want to do it.
And you get right off the coast here of Hawaii, and you are in the middle of the ocean, deep ocean canyons, and the water is super chilled, and that's where these fish just pick up that beautiful high oil, high fat content, which are so beautiful in your flavor quality and your texture quality when you receive it on the mainland.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about that last night, with a few cocktails, of course, and that is the flow from Alaska down to Hawaii, that trade route right down there. So that water is coming right off from Alaska. It's a beautiful thing.
Super chilled.
It is a deceiving thing when you say you're getting something from Hawaii. You're thinking, suntan, warm, but not the case. I saw some of the best handling of fish. I saw Honolulu Seafood's employees in white jackets, spotlessly clean. It was a beautiful thing, and what you all are doing with technology, the ionizer where you ionize the water,
absolutely,
kill all the bacteria, and it was a beautiful thing, because a lot of times chefs don't get out to see this stuff, and fortunately I did. So I'm kind of happy about that. So we're gonna get back to Kajiki before he swims away on me. We're going to do a scallopini of swordfish, or a scallopini of Kajiki. And what we're going to do is season it up a little bit. We're going to make a brown butter noisette.
Oh,
so
nice.
we're going to add a little butter to this dish, but you guys are so healthy down here from all the surfing and fishing that you guys do that we can put a little weight on you. And we're going to use our extra virgin olive oil, because that's our friend. Extra virgin olive oil and whole butter is a wonderful combination. Okay, so speed is something that we really want to look at for this dish, because we can still keep it nice and rare even though it's this thin. And that's a beautiful thing, because you really don't want to have to overcook this fish. But for this, since we are going unhealthy with our butter, we're gonna accompany it with some edamame, some baby bok choy, and we got some daikon sprouts to give it a little bit more pepper, so we don't have to over season our fish. And then we got some blood oranges, because unlike Hawaii, Chicago's actually in winter. So being in Chicago, we like to try and use ingredients that are of the season.
Exactly.
And right now, when I was at the supermarket when it was snowing, I noticed that I just saw piles of blood oranges, and
Nice.
I said, boy, yeah,
Nice.
so it looks like you guys even found a blood orange
We
down
did.
here.
We did.
Congratulations, that was very nice of you. Okay, now again, what I want to do is I want to go away from it. So away, okay, oh, I missed the top. Away.
We're getting that perfect sizzle.
Yeah, we got a nice little bubbly sizzle. And one thing we have that's really nice that I'm noticing is I don't have a lot of moisture in there.
Yes.
I don't have a lot of water hitting oil. I have just the fish hitting it, okay? And we're gonna see if we can sneak them down a little bit. Now, for this fish, I'm only gonna cook them on one side. Especially if you're using a warm plate, it's gonna finish cooking. Okay, so it's not necessary. I just wanna try and get a little flavor in there, okay? And if I can keep this fish warm while I make my sauce, I can easily put it back in there to bring it back up. Okay, so still gonna be nice and warm right there. I'm gonna flip them back on there.
Oh, what a beautiful,
Okay.
beautiful application here.
So we're gonna go there.
And Kajiki.
So nice, white, creamy.
Oh, look
There.
at that, beautiful.
Okay, now we wanna make a sauce. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of this extra oil off and just splash it on top of there. I'm gonna take a little bit of garlic, because everybody likes garlic, thank you. Okay,
Kajiki is one of
now-
those beautifully versatile fish too that is a beautiful raw application, seared rare. You're showing a beautiful creative application on the scallopini. Of course, a wonderful grilling fish. So just versatile. You can get your younger chefs, your sous chefs, to throw out some of their creativity because
Yes.
it's such a beautiful versatile fish.
So now I'm gonna brown my butter. This is a speed factor here, okay? 'Cause what I wanna do is I wanna watch the bubbles. Okay. Classically, you would just splash this with a little acid, pour it right over the fish, and you're good to go. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna brown it, try and take out some of that fond, that flavor on the pan. Okay, so we wanna work it, Watch for the bubbles. Bubbles start to dissipate. Okay, I'm gonna hit it with, there we go. Now do you smell it? Can you
I'm
smell
smelling
everything
that
coming in
little
out here?
nuttiness.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
getting
gonna hit it with
nuttiness too.
an acid, a little orange juice, or the
That's that
orange from the
beautiful
blood
orange juice.
Water.
A little water.
Water, yeah, that fattening stuff, okay? And just a little bit of chicken stock,
Oh, there you go.
okay? There. So now we want to get the whole pan, all right? We want to give it a nice little shake. It's going to emulsify my sauce for me,
Look at that thicken.
okay? And what's happened when it emulsifies, it means it's going to bring all those flavors together. So it's not going to, think of it as more of a Caesar dressing as opposed to a oil and vinegar mixture.
I can smell that
can
subtle
smell everything
blood
coming
orange subtlety, that citrus in there.
So we still
That's
got our nice
beautiful.
warm bok choy. Now we can marry it all together. So our bok choy, and we're gonna put some edamame in there. You see how it's emulsifying, it's coming up together, you get a nice
Absolutely.
sauce right there. Okay, so it's a very simple presentation, but it's speed more than complexity of sorts. So we can just lay that down there. So now I can just stick this back in here real quick. Okay, and now I got all my other flavors in there.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, and now we're going to take these perfect segments and we're going to just finish them off in there. Okay, and then we
Beautiful.
also have a little die cut. So now we're going to add a little pepper to it. Nothing crazy. This is something that
Oh, that's gorgeous.
the expediter can do while he's waiting for the New York strip to come up.
Absolutely.
There you go. And we have just a few dots, just to add. Voila.
Oh,
See?
voila.
There you go. Scallopini of Kajiki with blood orange, edamame, and brown butter.
Chef
There we
Patrick.
go.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I can't wait to give that a little taste.
Great.
Once again, Chef Patrick from Parker's Ocean Grill in Chicago. Visiting us here at Honolulu Fish Company in
Forced me
Hawaii.
to come down here. It twisted my arm to come down here, and I'm glad I did.
And chefs across the country, absolutely. Anytime you're going to make it here to the islands, you give us a call. We're going to take good care of you. Chef Patrick,
Great.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Aloha.
Aloha.